Previously on Survivor Boston. An unexpected tribe swap split up power pairs.
I had this feeling in my gut that I was going to be split up with Big H.
And brought together unlikely allies.
I feel like a lot closer with Carly.
On NuFotia, Anissa was able to locate the hidden immunity idol, but Carly caught her red-handed.
And the minute that I'm walking into Paramount, Anissa's walking out.
However, Anissa was able to quickly come up with a lie to cover her tracks, pinning the blame on Anna.
I convinced Carly that I didn't, so Carly now thinks Anna has the idol.
We think that Anna has the idol.
On NuFotia, old Katai members were in the minority going into tribal council. Because of the perception that Austin was close with Swatha, it pinned a target on his back. Carly and Finn decided to capitalize on the moment to take out an old Katai, as well as weaken Swatha and Maddie. 12 are left. Who will be voted out tonight?
R.I.P. Austin.
Sorry, Austin.
We love you, Austin.
We do love him.
You know, it's nice, especially now that we got Austin out. Right now there's like a 4-person maintained majority advantage, so like, if I was Anthony or Big H, I'd be worried. And I think they are worried.
I want to apologize for my bad posture sitting in that
I know.
ass like
I was like,
really, I was like in the middle on the floor.
Would,
it's so
straighten
uncomfortable.
My back, after 10 minutes and be like, ugh.
I know.
I definitely felt for Anthony a lot because going into that tribal, I know he was super nervous about his disadvantage, and it ended up working in his favor, kind of. Austin was obviously on the defensive because he knew he was probably going home. There's just a lot of tension, but I kind of loved it, to be honest.
Guys, I'm so excited for this next.
I know.
Now we're even.
Yeah.
I'm friends with Austin outside of Survivor, and I didn't want to see him go, but I knew that the other 4 were for sure going to vote for him. So there really wasn't much that me and Maddie could do because we really wanted to keep that alliance going with Finn and Carly. So that was pretty sad, but I thought it was a very crazy, wild tribal. I enjoyed it. I feel really good. We have the majority for sure, especially with Austin leaving. Even though Austin was more loyal to me and Maddie, he was still part of Old Katai, and at this point it's 4 people from Old Fatia and 2 from Old Katai, so you can kind of tell by the numbers where we lie.
So we're really sad about Austin.
I am so upset. There's literally nothing we could do. But also, wait, what were you?
No, I was just gonna say I wish we fought harder from the beginning, but I think I was just really nervous because I'm not as close with Carly and Finn, and I didn't want to say something different.
Well, I'm curious because I wonder if Carly and Anthony are closer than she was making come off.
Yeah.
Because she was referencing how roommate, and I was like, how the fuck do you how do
I
you
know,
his
and
roommate?
she talked to him so many times, and even she was able to plan a super last minute convo with him tonight before tribal. She's let me just confirm with him.
As much as I love Austin, and I think that if we made it to merge, we would have dominated. I don't think that it ruined my game because I know that having Austin as an ally would make me a target, and it was making me a target.
So when she kept defending him, I was pretty sus.
No, I'm very sus of their friendship. I wonder if I don't know. I wonder if they were trying to break us up or something. I mean, we still have the numbers, but
yeah,
we need to get Anthony on.
The thing that upsets me about Austin leaving is that Anthony is still here, and that is definitely not good for my game because I think Anthony is a shady player, and I think that he is trying to make all these alliances and trying to break up Old Fatia, which is not going to happen, and I'm really suspicious of him.
Oh yeah, okay, so what happened? Yeah.
Well, like TBH, like I always kind of saw him as a threat, like everyone
That's
really
so
did.
fair. Yeah, he's a strong player.
It was sad to see that Austin went home because I was hoping to make it to merge with him.
I'm surprised Finn, because I would have thought that because Finn, I feel like is friends with Swetha, at least from what I can tell. So I was surprised because I would have thought that he would have Swetha would have wanted to keep Austin in, and then Finn would have been like, yeah, sure, with Swetha. But
like,
he's playing an independent game.
He is, and like he's being like very logical about it.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, that's sus.
Okay, so I ran into Big H after their tribal, and Big H was like, oh yeah, well, did you hear what Austin did? And I was like, no, like he went home, and then he was just like, oh, he like yelled at Anthony, like blah blah blah, and I was like, what?
We got into an argument.
Wait, really? Like during it?
Yeah, because he said I orchestrated.
Well, because Hector told me that he started yelling at you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's crazy. That hasn't happened in any of ours. They were all just like silent.
Yeah.
I want Big H and Anthony to make it to merge, but at the same time they're in a place where I don't think they both will, and I would rather if Big H stayed than Anthony because I feel like I can trust Big H a little more. Like Anthony's the type of player where I think I can trust him, but I don't think I can always trust him because what he did to Jess, he also did kind of do to Austin. I don't know, he could do that to me just as easily, I think. I think he's a calculated player.
Because he said that I orchestrated the Jess vote, but I thought he did. And then, because I have the footage and I watched it back, it was actually Anissa who said something, and the way like she kind of explained to Hector and I, it sounded like it had already been decided. Austin had accused me of voting Jess out and like orchestrating that whole thing. I just really wasn't having it being accused of something that I just didn't even do remotely. And it was kind of Anissa. She came in saying like she doesn't trust both Austin and Jess, but that she would rather have Jess out first. And the way that Anissa communicated that to both Hector and I made it seem as if Austin had said like, this is what we're doing. But like, I feel like I do need to apologize to him now in a sense, like to be like, hey,
it's a game. Yeah, but I get that. I get that. But just like as a human, yeah.
You're definitely like in a good place with Katai.
I'm very happy. Yeah. Well, I'm not very happy. Like it's nice because no one has the advantage. It was shitty for you guys because you knew someone on Old Katai was gonna go home.
Yeah. The fact that we were able to convince Finn, it was like the only person we really needed to convince to vote Austin out. That definitely prompted Austin to probably tell him like, oh, Anthony's being like sus or whatever. I feel like either way, no matter what route I took, I was gonna have some target on my back after that. I talked to Jackie.
Okay.
I'd just like to debrief her, and she said she was quite happy that Austin ended it.
Yeah.
No?
Because I saw her in the DH and she's like had to be done, and I was like, tea. And then she's like, I was like, yeah, we should all meet. And she was like, yeah, we should. So that's perfect.
I love Jackie. I think that they want me out now. Swetha, man.
Yeah.
So now that Austin's gone, Anthony and I are freaking out because we know that we're on the bottom of the totem pole at this point. But Anthony's pretty sure that it's going to be him just because of the whole like disagreement that Austin and Anthony had at the last tribal council. I think people were already starting to like suspect there was something going on with Anthony because he was meeting with a lot of people. But I think that like definitely like put his name out there a lot more because he was called out in front of everyone on the tribe.
Hello, Katai in this bitch.
Welcome to our channel. Please like and subscribe. Today we're talking about makeovers. I'm always like talking to my Katai tribe, my Katai friends.
I don't think Zach, Anna, and Marlon are as like tied to each other. You think they are?
I don't.
I don't know enough about them to assume that.
I don't either, actually. I don't know that much about them at all.
Zach scares me. I don't feel like the new members on our team, I just don't feel like Zach, Anna, and Marlon have earned our trust and we haven't earned theirs. They're, not exactly, I don't know, they're not exactly on our side. I don't want to say two-faced, but I don't trust them. Yeah.
But I think that Anna has the idol.
Yeah.
Wait, but don't you have half an idol?
I have the legacy idol.
Dude, the idol location was so obvious too, and I was just like gone, and I didn't.
How?
I don't have a half of an idol. I have the legacy idol, so
Oh, shit.
like it's not even like a physical thing, but like it's not an idol.
I had a feeling that the members of Katai that are now on Fatia were gonna be the first to go, which sucks. Cause I don't want Katai to lose, but I also don't want, the old Katai members to leave. I don't know, it's like a rock in a hard place.
I just want there to be as many OG Katai members in merge as possible.
Which is why I think Anna and Zach will be the easiest outs for us.
And if they think she has it, we could all be like, okay, let's get her out, but make her feel safe.
I get more nervous every week. And I feel like the more nervous I get, the more withdrawn I get from my team. Like at the beginning of the game, we would meet multiple times a week, or at least once a week. And we haven't been meeting as much, or at all.
I felt ashamed that we even had to fight against you guys.
I know. I was rooting for you guys.
And then you guys picked me because I was the worst.
No, honestly, they did.
Which worries me because it makes me feel like there's something being kept from me, or our team is getting a little bit complacent, or maybe a little less united, or just weaker overall. I don't know. Or maybe I'm in danger of being voted out.
I still want to hang out with you guys.
Agreed.
41?
I actually would go because I have 2 papers due.
Just like a general paranoia.
Austin was like a tough blow because I feel like he and I would have really been allies. Finn was gunning for Austin pretty hard, and like there was no convincing him out of it, and Maddie and Swetha didn't want to seem like they were calling the shots at all. But I think we've kind of, in voting home Austin, I think that was kind of a step too far in putting Finn up on a pedestal, making him believe he's in charge of everything. That could be a dangerous thing in the future because he could get used to calling the shots. On NuFotia, things have been pretty chill just because we haven't needed to strategize thus far. That said, that's probably like an error on like my part in terms of not like cultivating a relationship with like Marlon specifically when it's not necessary, because when it's necessary that might seem ingenuine. If I had my way, it would be Anissa going home. She is like a really strong physical competitor. The fact that she won Temple of Risk challenge, she hasn't talked to me at all outside of the game, and like I don't know, I just feel like she's a really good competitor. This threat of her possibly having the idol, that said, she might be a hard sell for Jackie and Marlon, in which case I would gun for Hallie.
You know what, on second thought, I don't even think I could vote for Marlon, because like he hasn't wronged me at all.
Mm-hmm.
So it's so, like if someone were like throwing it down and like you have to vote, like I don't even know what I would do. It would really depend on what other people were doing, I hate to say, because at this stage in the game, I think that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
How about you?
I think that since I was kind of close with Marlon and Zach, I would not love to vote them off.
That's how I feel about Anissa and Hallie.
Which makes sense. Which really makes sense. And I think the like kind of like strategy snake in me, which is gross, but we're just talking.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like Marlon. Like,
yeah, we're literally just like this is just my thoughts.
Yeah.
I'm more scared of Anissa. She seems like a better player, and she kind of terrifies me. She like has from the beginning.
Oh, she's really cool.
Okay,
I totally
she seems like a cool person.
Yeah,
but like as a player, she's intense.
Yeah, she definitely like knows what she's doing playing. I will say that about Anissa.
Yeah. Anissa terrifies me. She's a sweet girl, and she's a freshman like me, so like that should be a bond between us. But like she is smart, and she's good at this game, and she has always been an asset for Katai, the old Katai. Like, because I don't want to vote you off now that we had the conversation. I very much feel like we are connected now, and like I feel have this going forward.
Yeah, now we're chill.
Yeah,
we both know that we're open books, which is good.
I feel like I really like the social aspect of this game. Like I feel like I'm kind of a social player where like I would like to think people just like me well enough to like keep me on, and like it's kind of one of those things like I'm not posing a threat to anyone.
There isn't enough time in the semester to do single elimination the entire way through.
Well, there are 3 people left on the last episode.
Oh, there's 3. Okay.
Yeah, they choose between 3.
I think you would have to get rid of someone.
Maybe
Anthony
a double.
told me that you have to do 1 double. to do it. But I don't know, that I might be wrong. Don't quote me on that.
No.
Don't put any math next to me in the editing. It's like Jackie's bad at math. Don't do that.
It works in the vein of like, I don't think people are like scared of me, but I also don't want people to think I'm a swing vote later on. So if I make it to merge, I'm going to try to be a little more, I guess, like a bigger player.
Like, if we have to make a decision, I definitely feel like aligned with you and Zach the most.
Yeah.
And I feel like we could make a good decision.
I think so too. I totally feel that way.
And like if we pull Marlon in, or if we like pull Anissa in, or like Hallie, based on who we're deciding,
I think so too.
I think it'd be like easy to keep the three of us strong and
I
like
think so too,
convince someone else or two other people, you know,
definitely,
and make that
And
decision.
I really like Zach. I think he's cool. I'd like to keep him around.
He's really cool, and I think he's a logical thinker, which I think is good in this game because it's not like
if Fox asleep. I'm just.
Hallie, after merge, she would crumble because I think old Katai really saw her as a number. New Katai, I mean, I think we're really just holding out. We're trying to win every challenge until merge because we don't want to go to tribal. We don't really have a dynamic. So I think that, you know, she's in danger. And I think I am too. I'm not gonna be naive about that. I think that I have been a number for my team. You know, just a team player, ready to, you know, do the challenges and smile and be fun, but that's done now.
The three of us being strong together would be smart in this new time.
Yeah.
Now I'm ready to put my strategic foot forward.
All right, are you guys ready to get to your next immunity challenge?
Yes.
First things first, I will take it back. Once again, immunity is back up for grabs. For today's challenge, you guys are going to be splitting up. One person will go run and grab the ball and then have to untie all the rope from it. It's a few complicated knots. They will give the ball to the next three people. Those three people will be trying to shoot the ball to knock over a stack of cups completely from the table. They have to be completely off the table. It's going to be two people shooting at a time, switching off while one person returns the ball. Once you have all cups off the table, the final two people will be solving a puzzle. And the first
one more time.
Yeah, we're going to go into detail about each thing. The first team to complete the puzzle wins immunity, will be safe from another tribal council. Losers, someone will be the sixth person voted out of this game. We'll go more in depth and then we'll get started.
All right, perfect. So for Katai, it looks like we have Marlon that's going to run and untie the ball. Jackie, Anissa, and Hallie are going to be the throwers, with Zach and Anna, who are the puzzle solvers. On Fatia, we have Finn as the untire, whatever that position is called. Anthony, Big H, and Maddie are the throwers. We have Swetha and Carly as the puzzle solvers. For immunity, survivors ready.
Yeah.
Go.
Come on! Great job. Oh my gosh, yeah, Marlon, you are a champion among men. You are the best at this in the world. You are the best, not untire. I see that. Marlon, you're so good at
Pushing through.
I love that. Yeah. All right. That's good. Great. Throwing good thing for everyone. You guys got this. Yes. Yes, Hector.
Cups already on the ground. Cups have to be completely off the table and all move on.
You got it. You got this. That's weird. Yes, good job.
Yeah, that's all. We have to go off. All the way off.
Wait, we should block them. Oh, we can't go past.
Okay, great job though, guys. Nailing it. Yes.
Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing.
Great.
Keep doing what you're doing.
No, good. Here.
Good job, guys. Good job, guys. Nope. Good job, guys.
Yes.
You guys are awesome. You guys are so good at this.
Nailing it.
Good job.
Yeah, nailing it.
You guys are killing it. The other one.
Yes. Great. So good. You guys are so good.
Keep it up, guys.
We are falling out of this.
Killing it,
Nailing it, guys. You're killing it, guys.
You're doing it, guys. You're doing it.
Send it to
Let's do it. Okay, let's do a big push. It's everyone's birthday.
All right, there's someone from Katai. Come on over.
Birthday girl. Oh, that's
Katai, safe from tribal council. Fatia, you will be headed back there for the second straight time, where someone will become the 6th person voted out of this game. Grab your stuff and head on out.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think it was really like a luck thing. Like clearly like me and Sway that didn't even get to do our part. Like that was like the sad part. Like we didn't even get to the puzzle. So I can't even be like, oh like I was part of the reason why we lost, because I really wasn't. Me and Sway were really confident that we could do the puzzle, and like Finn was confident he could untie the knots, and like there wasn't a lot left at that point.
Hector and I are not in a really good place this week.
Oh.
Like, I do feel like I might be eliminated.
Really?
Yeah, because of Austin. Finn, I kind of heard he's more inclined to vote with Swetha and Maddie.
Yeah, that's honestly why I'm glad we're talking and why I want to talk to Marlon later. Because in old Fatia, there was kind of like a 5, not like alliance, but it was definitely like the majority of our team always worked together, and it was Maddie, Swetha, Finn, Zach, and me. Mm-hmm. And it was great then, because it was always like, who are you picking off? That person. Like, easy vote, easy, way to do it. But I've like known from the beginning, there wasn't any like pretense for me of like, oh, I'm part of the team. Like, I know that I'm the freshman who's just the number who like does okay at challenges and is kind of just like waiting for her turn to get voted off.
Yeah.
And I'm not cool with that, especially since Merge is coming off. Yeah.
And like honestly, we saw that at Katai. Like we it was like kind of obvious for us to look at it that way.
Mm-hmm. So I just got finished meeting with Anthony, and thinking back to how I've acted earlier in the competition and how I've been like updating with my thoughts of just being like, I'm nervous, I don't know what's going on. I'm done with that. I'm so done. I'm done being the one that's always like in the group, but out of convenience and out of like being a number, because I know that. They weren't fooling me by being like, Anna, you're a valuable member of our team. I mean, I am, and they can suck it, but like I know that the minute that they need an out, I'm an easy out, and I just haven't gotten there yet because we've only gone to 2 tribals and I've like been kind of in. We're split up. We like have this like fake alliance thing going where we're like, hey, like we'll all meet up and talk. Like the 5 of us will get back together. We haven't yet.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
for me, once Merge happens, which I feel like is next week, and once Merge happens, it's a whole new ballgame.
Yeah.
It's all like, you definitely have to start like realigning yourself, and like they're definitely going after me this week. And like it's been hard because like I do want to make Merge, and like I do want to be here because I really want to help you and like help each other, because that could be like a strong thing going into Merge.
100%. I don't know if it's a snake move to like flip on my old tribe members, but Merge is coming soon, and I just can't be like, yay, Fatia, fire in our eyes, like remember when we won Capture the Flag? Like, This is the time to realign, reassess, and like throw away the rose-colored glasses, because I definitely think I've been like, Swetha, Maddie, you guys are so fun, and like little old me over here running off to her callback didn't know anything. And so doe-eyed Anna has been put to bed. More seasoned, more experienced Anna maybe will hopefully coming out now and seeing who she can trust.
It was so frustrating, and I don't blame anyone or anything. Like, certain challenges, you know, you win some, you lose some, but it was just so frustrating for me and Carly because we didn't even get a chance to do anything. And I knew I had this puzzle down. Like, I saw it and I'd done something similar before, and that's why I immediately was like, I can do this puzzle. And Carly said she would jump on with me, and I was like, Carly, I know how to do this puzzle. I can do this in like super fast. And we were super excited about it, and it was just like so sad that we didn't get the chance to do it. I think all four of us, me, Maddie, Finn, and Carly, with the four of us, like, we're still really strong and united. I have like so much faith in like my alliance with these four people.
NuFotia again is the loser, and that we go to tribal council, and I just have something to say about that. So I feel like Swetha knew what she was doing in that situation. I feel like she kind of wanted this to happen, because looking at the puzzle, when it was being explained, I immediately knew how to do it, and before I could say anything, Swetha had already delegated who goes where in her mind. I knew I wasn't going to be able to knock those cups off as a thrower. Like, I have probably no hand-eye coordination, and I tried to explain that, but no one was really listening to me. And I feel like Swetha kind of knew doing that would allow us to lose, thus making me the easy target to send home.
I mean, if you want to try to talk to Carly and like say, hey, stick with us, and like explain like no matter what happens, you're gonna have enemies.
Like, I can message her on Slack.
Yeah, just be like, hey, if you don't vote with us, no one's gonna trust you again.
I'm gonna write Swetha's name down tonight, so are Hector and Carly, hopefully.
Yeah, definitely like try, like have her like just stick with the vote and tell her like not.
Or should we, or do you want to talk to Finn first and figure out, because if Carly's such an easy out too.
So Anthony throughout the whole game has kind of been like a good blanket for me. He's been the person to go outside and like grab our numbers and talk to people, and I feel like that's kept me safe a lot because I've been working with him, but at the same time I haven't been like a huge target because people haven't seen me. I feel like I'm at the point where I could trust like a good few people, and then we could spread out and each grab like one or two to vote with us. So it's a different game now because I have to put a lot more effort into it, but like it's effort I'm willing to give.
Oh, is there something specific you want to do?
Yeah, like, okay, so I know you're like working with Anthony and that
Yeah.
whole thing that's going on.
Yeah.
I just want to know where your head is at.
For my own personal game, like, it would look so bad if like I just flipped and it was just me and I voted with you guys and like I made it a tie. And even if it was a tie, I don't think Finn would flip like at that point, and we would end up drawing rocks. My like strategy at this point is just to like do what's best for myself as an individual in this game. Trying to move against Swetha or Maddie, it'd have to mean that I would have to flip and vote with him and tie the vote, and then we would vote again and somebody else would either have to flip or I would flip back. And it's just like, I don't want to be the snake of this season. I don't want to flip on my old tribe. Like, that would just be stupid, because if we come out with a tie again, then we go to rocks and I'm just putting myself in danger. Like, I could be the rock pulled, and it's like I went home because I did it to myself. If he can convince Finn to vote against Maddie, then I'll vote with you guys.
Yeah.
I think that's what
Okay.
There would be benefits to it if it worked and Finn decided to flip and vote with us, because that would take either Swetha or Maddie out of the game, and obviously they're smart and they're good players, and while we have like an alliance now, I'm not positive or really confident that that would carry through during merge, and I'm more confident in alliance with Anthony that like he would stick by me through merge, so there is advantages to trying to keep him around. I will like tell you everything that they say, and like we'll like use that and like go from there.
Okay.
So I'll text,
like,
I'll message Finn.
They definitely don't know like about us.
There's, for some reason, there's like this idea that they need to stick together as Fatia, and personally for me, once merge happens, Katai and Fatia are gone.
it's a whole new ball game. Like, they don't exist anymore. The bond still exists, but the teams themselves don't exist anymore. And I feel like people are still thinking they are going to exist.
I'm kind of nervous. How about you?
I'm very nervous. Like, I'll be honest with you. I definitely feel like I'm a target this week.
I feel that, yeah.
Because I just feel like a lot of things were thrown out last week with Austin's vote.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole Jess thing and that whole fight.
Mm-hmm.
It really was not me. And
He's told everyone like maybe 5 different stories about like what happened to Jess, which like I don't care about. Like, he sat me down today and like tried to explain all the stuff about like why Jess went home, and I was just sitting there thinking like, why am I hearing this?
And I've reached out and like it was actually like Anissa, like because I have the footage, and she's like, when we were talking, and it was 2 things. It was Anissa and it was the way Anissa communicated. I love Jess, and like I truly had no reason to vote her out. Like, and I said to her face, like, you're a threat. Like, I really wanted her like at the end of this game because I knew she can do it. And
who cares? Like, it doesn't matter to me how she got sent home. That was like 4 weeks ago, or 3 or 4 weeks ago. He's just like trying like too hard to be like super manipulative, and it's working on some people. It's not working on me, but it's definitely working on Carly. It's definitely working on like Hector and also like Anissa and like a bunch of people, I think.
I definitely feel like because I am like former Katai that I am in this really, really bad position, and where I might be getting sent home, and I really don't want to.
Yeah.
Like, I truly don't, and like I don't want to turn on Hector at all, and like I definitely like trust you, and like even though Swetha may seem sus of me, like in the end, like I would trust her too. Like, I generally like her. Like, she's a nice person.
I don't want to say I'm running the tribe because I think that's cocky of myself, but I'm not running the tribe. Swetha and Maddie don't really trust Carly, and Carly doesn't really trust Swetha and Maddie. But Swetha and Maddie trust me, and Carly also trusts me independently of one another. So in the sense of like who people can count on, I'm like the person that like everyone in like the tribe knows has like some sort of say and like feels like they can go to. Even though I'm more allied with Swetha, like I get why you guys are going for her. Like, that's like, it's no like you guys have to go for someone, and like Swetha is someone that I know you guys like I've been trying to go for, so like that's no skin off my back. Like, I don't, but the thing about that is like I really don't want it to go to Rox.
Truly like wouldn't vote her if I didn't have to. Like, I mean, honestly, like even though Carly voted with us, part of me really doesn't trust her at all.
I feel the same way.
Like I talked to her, and like, and I'll be honest, like I don't trust Anissa either.
Sure. Okay.
Like the only person like I highly trust in this game were Jess and Hector.
Yes.
Those are like my top 2.
Right. Maybe if I was playing like super long game, I would let her stay in this like alliance that was bad for her. But right now, if she votes with him, it's gonna go to Rox, and I don't want to go home. That who they're going
Anthony wants to get rid of Swetha. Like, he's out for Swetha. He wants Swetha out of this game. Like, he is like dead set like on Swetha. But I think if like I told him that we would vote for Maddie, he would do it to save himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just the thing is like, I don't
want that though. I feel like I've been in an interesting position the last week because on old Vitia, when like before the tribe swap, I wasn't really in a super good place. We were losing allies like once a week almost. Like, Madison went first, and then it was Max, and it's like they were just like taking down like every member of like our little alliance. And then we did a tribe swap, and me and Finn became like 2 unlikely allies that have been pretty close and like super honest with each other, which I wasn't really expecting, but super appreciate. And Maddie and Swetha have been really reasonable and open to communicating like within the 4 of us.
Back to tribal. I hate this. We had a 2-week streak, and then it was just downhill.
So like Anthony kind of knows that he's like definitely in danger this week. He was being like kind of crazy. Like, he was like really like throwing people on. Like, he threw you under the bus like almost immediately. I like swear to God, like almost immediately. He was like, I know I'm on the chopping block, but like I think we should try and get rid of Carly. Literally, he was like,
Oh my god.
for what reason?
Like,
Like,
on what basis?
because he thinks you've been playing like a shady game.
That's funny.
Big H, super strong competitor. Anthony, super strong social game, but I came into this targeting the social players, the personable players, because at the end of the day, those are the people that can control the votes. Being a strong competitive player gives you the advantage of you can win immunity week after week, and that's really scary. But right now, I'm more concerned about where the votes are gonna go, and that's why I think Anthony should be the one going home. At this point in the game, I feel really close to Finn and Swetha, and I know they for sure will not flip, but I am a little nervous about Carly just because I know that she's friends with Anthony, and I know that Anthony has tried to approach her about aligning, and she was really close with Madison, so that makes me nervous. I would hope that Carly will stick with me and Finn and Swetha because like that would obviously help my game, but if I was in Carly's shoes, I probably would flip maybe. I don't know what I would do.
Do you think next week is merge?
I'm convinced. Do you think?
I
They usually
hope.
do it around 11.
Really?
If anything, we'll have one more week. And then
Because then we started with one less person.
Yeah.
But wouldn't it make sense for it to be this week though? Because it's like, it would be like 8 people on the jury plus like 3.
I definitely think like they won't hesitate to like leave me out in the cold during merge. That's kind of how I'm feeling right now.
Really feel in the moment that she was not convinced that she was going to vote with us, which made me very nervous.
So, old Fatia, like, they won't vote you out.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna tell you.
Carly was gonna vote with Hector and I, making it a tie and like keeping it that way. Like that might be what happens tonight. I don't know, but Carly was already kind of in a state saying like I might not want to tie and possibly go to Rocks because then it gives me the chance to get voted out. I know going to Rocks is risky, but like I'm gonna be honest, like even if like I explain why you voted for me, after this like Katai's not gonna trust you going forward, and like it doesn't matter like if whatever happens, like I just don't, because I know like if that happens then you're gonna be a huge target.
Really scary going into tribal. Anthony kept saying he thinks it's gonna be him just from like the overall feel of last week, but you still like you never know what's gonna happen.
The thing is, if I turned with Carly, I wouldn't just be like getting rid of one of my own alliance members. I'd be sort of burning bridges with like all the other people in Katai who are part of my original alliance.
Alright. Hi, Fatia. Welcome back to Tribal Council. Anthony, we'll start with you tonight. At the last Tribal Council, you got called out pretty hard by Austin. And now that there's 2 former Katais with 4 former Fatias, how do you feel at this moment?
Generally unsafe all the way through.
Big H, is that feeling shared with you too?
100% the same.
Do you think that there's any chance that it might not be you or Anthony tonight?
No.
Carly, does that sound pretty accurate that it's pretty much going to be Anthony or Big H tonight?
I mean, I think that makes a lot of sense. Like, old Fatia were pretty strong as the 4 of us, and like, I just think that's the game at this point.
So Anthony, how do you change that narrative of it's just old Fatia against old Katai and we have to pick up one of you 2?
Well, since I feel like merge is not too far away, I feel like getting one of us out generally will make more enemies than friends going into merge. That's just from what I've gathered and the people I've talked to. In this case, it does make sense to get one of us out to strengthen Fatia's numbers at merge, which I totally get. But once merge comes, Fatia and Katai are gone. Those tribes don't exist anymore. Everyone's going to re-strategize, everyone's going to form different alliances. So this vote will probably generally like decide that, where people will stand if it's Hector or myself tonight.
So Maddie, what do you make of this whole situation of old Fatia versus old Katai?
At the end of the day, it's not even about old Fatia versus old Katai. It's about who's been loyal and who has been honest in their game, and personally, like, I'm aligning myself with people that I know have my back and I know are gonna stay loyal to me and are gonna be honest to my face. I've never talked to Big H or Anthony, so that's not me trying to say like I think you guys are unloyal. I have formed a stronger bond with Finn and Carly and Swetha.
So Finn, is this tribal council really just like this cut and dry? It's 4 against 2 and you guys just have to determine which one of the 2 has to go.
If something had happened within our alliance to the point where we decided that we couldn't trust like one of our own members, then I would be more than willing to like re-look at the situation. But right now, from where I am, no one in my alliance has done anything like shady or done anything to make me not trust them for this elimination.
So Big H, should it really be this simple? Should it really just be like, yep, us 2 versus them 4? Should it really be that simple?
I mean, I understand their logic. I mean, if I was with old good time members like more than that, they're people I spent more time with and got to know better. But at the same time, it's a completely different game. I know I'm willing to give 100%, and so is Anthony. I know Anthony's loyal. I know I'm loyal, so that's all I have to say.
All right, Anthony, we'll give you also one last pitch here because it seems to be a 4 against 2 scenario. Why should you and Big H stay in this game?
I want to like talk about last week with Austin and I having that argument. I was too quick to assume Austin was at fault as well. It wasn't me and it wasn't him, but it was lack of communication, and I feel like that also played a factor into this week. In the end, I will be loyal to anybody if I'm still in this game, and like even though I haven't had the chance to talk to Maddie, like I would have loved to, but I also know this week has been busy for you and we really had no time to talk. And I talked to Swetha last week, and I do know that she might be sus of me because in our conversation I did defend Austin, but I didn't know that they were friends. And I didn't want to put your friend out there like that. And I hope that they understand that. And this week I really did feel it was my week, and I really have tried so hard to earn my place in this game because I do know I belong here. But if tonight's my night, it's my night. But I just want to let everyone know that like I really did care about this, and I really did try to fight hard to stay here.
All right, it's time to vote. Swetha, we'll start with you.
I think you're a really great person and I really like you outside of Survivor, but I just felt like couldn't trust you this week, but no hard feelings.
I'm pretty much sure I know what's going to happen tonight, and I truly did my best this week. So right now Swetha is my biggest target. I hope that people make the right decisions tonight, because in the end they'll have a big storm coming, which is Katai, no pun intended. Okay. Do it on this side.
Okay.
I know it's probably me or Anthony tonight, but let's just hope for a miracle.
If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and you'd like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Okay. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Anthony. Swetha. Anthony. That's 2 votes Anthony, 1 vote Swetha. Swetha. We're tied. 2 votes Anthony, 2 votes Swetha. Anthony. That's 3 votes Anthony, 2 votes Swetha, 1 vote left. 6th person voted out of Survivor Boston. Anthony, please bring me your book. Anthony, the tribe has spoken. Head up. Bye. So Big H, given the trend of this tribe, it looks like you need something to change drastically pretty soon. Grab your stuff, head on out, guys. Good night.
It's not like foreshadowing.
Next time on Survivor Boston. The merge has arrived, and the contestants face a nostalgic challenge.
For today's challenge,
the Fitness Gram Pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test that progressively...
So I kind of saw this coming in the end. I really did everything I could to earn my way into this game and keep my place in this game, and it really came down to Carly. And Carly did vote against me, and honestly, she's going to have a lot of people hating her at this point because I did cement really strong bonds, and I'm going to enjoy those strong bonds I made with people outside of this game, and I don't really regret anything I did. Maybe the just vote, I wish I could go back and change that. That'd be the only thing I would change. But yeah, I really hope that no one on this team wins, and that Hector wins, because Hector deserves this. I'm rooting for Hector all the way, or anyone on Katai. So Anissa, Marlon, Hector, go win this for me, guys, because they can't win. They can't win.